Yeah, yeah.
But they had new construction, that was actually jazz probably working right now. I don't know. Like you come in and start, she gave you, I'm
That
open.
height zero. Yeah, there's.
Yeah, we just said. So, oh, yeah. Sorry, yeah, it's up, yeah, they gotta get this.
I've been out of power since they gave us you one. Without involved, if it doesn't. That get problem. And now, two times, and my hands 101. I texted on this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so disgusted. It is not. How are you? Hey. How you doing? I'm good, sir.
I'm doing all right.
Oh, wait. Come back, let's see. Yeah.
Hello. Good.
You know, this is my turn. This today. And he feels really bad. So, like, but
Awesome.
yeah. Jack, I got it. I'm like, Mister, how's it going? Maybe not film but it is wrong. And they came and put trees. No, because I live on the corner. I got your yelling and I own a pile right next to my house. So they did all the work. There's nothing around that. So they did all the work on my house. And they came and they put dirt in it, but they haven't put swim. We had.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm easy.
I'm talking about you.
Everybody do, but I'm sure you don't want to be closer.
Oh, you fine.
Same day.
What you been up to?
Nothing, I'm working on, getting together with this, starting with the Jazz on Avenue, still working with those folks on Rivermore.
Okay.
And it's all right.
What are they talking about? What's the normal window for jazz on the avenue?
It's always the first Saturday in August.
Oh, okay.
Start getting the swag together, asking for money for sponsors and the plays.
Yeah.
And to work on this narrative. How grateful I am that you shot with me.
What kind of sponsorships are available?
Well, whatever.
I'm sure signage or.
Yeah, well, I'll share, I can share with you our letter.
Yeah. Yeah. I know I can't do it if I don't ask them.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We definitely, this is,
I thought he was here. I sent him a text telling him I was parking.
yeah, there's my email is on there and that's the name it's gonna come from.
Okay.
Well, it's just.
This for the weekend?
It's one day from 12 to 8. We give out, have music and food all day long for 12 days.
Okay.
Non-stop music and non-stop food. last 2 years, we've been, had a parade, we hadn't had a parade in quite.
Mhm.
And, give out a lot of swag, on the road, wagons, chingers,
Where's that?
at the Jazz on Avenue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We were looking for, we out here looking for swag now.
I saved your email.
And resources, anything that, a resource table.
How
that
far,
I wanted one.
how far is the stretch?
Well, 8 Mile to, they're committed from 8 Mile down to, well, past 6 Mile,
Okay,
but, it's really 8 Mile to the lodge. But the terms of the walking
yeah,
pretty much depends on how many people are engaged in front of the businesses.
right.
Some people may be over in Harry
Good
business.
area, though. Good times.
Oh, yeah, with, Derek
Donna
and,
and Derek.
yeah,
Yeah.
So
Okay,
those are my
they
buddy.
in? Okay,
yeah,
good.
yeah. My buddy, in fact, we, have invited him.
Oh, did you?
And, Don too.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I hadn't been downtown to,
Was it,
Ladonna to the,
is it Ethos or whatever the name of that place is over there?
whatever.
Yeah, in the basement. I went there once. It was real nice.
Yeah, I went there, once I went out for my birthday, took my grandkids.
Okay,
It was nice, the food was good,
yeah.
mixed crowd.
I didn't even know it was over there. I went to the Michigan Chronicle did something upstairs. It was like a who's who or whatever it is.
Right,
And I saw Donna and she had her staff there, passing out drinks and stuff. And she said, "Yeah, we got a place downstairs." And me and my girl wife went down there to check it out.
yeah, I didn't even know that place exists.
Mm-hmm.
You sending it to me.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the restroom. I'll be back.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll get a good idea. Take it. Oh, the world. How cool is that? Like. Yeah,
So-
yeah, for you, it's a lot, I'm like, money, you're grown. Yeah, I think that's
Cause I got- I got
great. Oh, no.
Hello?
Oh, you thought I did with the car.
We don't have a quorum, so we don't have nothing.
No, we have water, so. There's only water. That's correct.
That's another challenge.
That's another check.
Okay. Yeah.
They're all on it.
Do you do work in the street soliciting for the union and stuff? You do that outreach?
Yeah, a little bit of organizing. We had something today for sixth, seventh, and eighth graders. You know, at Durfee Central.
Yeah.
So they split it. Central has half the building, and they call the other half the Durfee Innovation Center. And there's this program called Drug Free Anti-Violent Youth. They go into all these different schools throughout the year, talk to them about alternatives for violence, talk things out, conflict resolution. They also tell them that if they will sign this pledge and remain drug free for the year, then they do this field trip at the end of the year, which is today. So we had, I think it may have been like 800. I don't think it was over 1,000. It was probably about 850 middle school students, probably like 3 charters, I think maybe 8 or 9 uh, DPSCD schools came over to Durfee. They go into the main auditorium and they have like this talent show. The kids been working on these things all year. So they do that. Then they leave there and we take them into what's called the dive, where we do this deep dive into careers. And you got us, electricians, plumbers, operators, laborers, traffic signal electricians. This guy brought a drone. He brought like 4 drones of varying sizes. And he does landscape photography. So like for the data centers, they fly over and they take a picture of the whole field or solar fields or whatever project, and they plot out where everything is going to go. So he did that. You do the deep dive into it's like I would get up there and talk about how to become an electrician and all the things that's expected from you when you get out on the job. Then they leave there and they go out and we actually have, like the carpenters have a tent where they got all these boards and the kids are hammering away. The bricklayers, they build like we call it a half wall, but you get like 6 kids putting mortar down, running a course of bricks. With our group, they came over and we've got a big coil and then the child picks up a piece of metal that is not magnetic, but then when you turn the coil on, the piece of metal fly out their hand and shoot over to the coil. So, we talk about electricity, how you can't see it, but it's there. We've got a fire alarm module where they can pull the fire alarm and it shoots off these sounds and lights.
And if they bust the kids to you.
Oh yeah. And the operators, they have like a forklift, they got a heavy earth mover, and it's all just sitting there, but the kids get to play around with it, move the arm around and stuff. Then when they finish that, we send them over to another spot where they eat. I think it was Crank's Barbecue, had like 700 or 800, whatever the number was, lunches, 4 box lunches. Then after that, when they finish the lunch, we give them prizes, a backpack, a little cloth, not cloth, but the plastic one with the strings. We give them that. They get their certificate for completing the year, anti-violent and drug-free. Then we send them back to school.
Wonderful, that, with the anti,
So it's called the Construction Science Expo.
science expo.
And it should be wrapping up at about 2. But we start at 9. The kids get there probably about 9:30. We start moving them through all of that. You get the first group of children at maybe 11:30. Then the second group of children come in at like 12:30. And by 1:30, we cleaning up.
Wow.
2 o'clock, everybody is out.
I like those kind of events, it has a big impact on the kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is the 9th year. I would say this is the 9th year, 9th or 10th year.
Construction.
I could send you. It's a little flyer,
Okay.
but we've been doing them in May. And throughout the year, like I'll go, shoot, not Thurkel, Davison. I've been to Northwestern, UPrep, Chandler Park Academy. I'll bounce between schools whenever I have time.
That's a challenge, that's a challenge.
Yeah,
After you had a commitment, sticking to it.
right. I just sent you the flyer. The good thing, what I try to do, like today, is I've got one journeyman electrician who's a resident of Detroit. I always bring residents, but I got one journeyman and I have 2 apprentices. The apprentices went and talked to the students in the dive. I talked to the students as they came in, and then the journeyman talked to them during the talent show. And I had instructors from my school and another business agent talk to them on the outside, like we call the activity here. But always,
So it's 3 or 4 hours, you have them all that time,
mm-hmm,
and then another group comes in later.
yeah,
Oh, we split them up.
yeah.
Okay.
But I always try to keep somebody, 2 things, one from Detroit, because all the schools are either Detroit or like directly touching Detroit, and then somebody Black. Gotta have that.
They can't see it. You can't know it or believe it.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And whatever that looks like.
Yeah.
And if they never come in a room like this, we're intimidated as adults and as children if you've never seen what it looks like.
Yeah. It's good that we got a team too. Can't do anything by yourself.
So you all of these different rotate every year.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. I've been able to grow it. 'Cause at first it was just me and 2 other guys. I was like, we gotta grow this. Okay.
I work with Southeast State.
We did when Mac Engine was going in over there and they were doing the career technical education. I think it was mechatronics they were doing. We did at that time. Then it's been a while since. I haven't been over here in a long time. Usually I'm at Randolph.
Oh, okay. I'm a then Alan, assistant principal.
Okay.
He's been helping working with him. He just over here, they just went to the classroom and they just fed students every hour about
Mm,
8 to 11, and we did, get out the votes and stuff. The youths can vote now and they can, get jobs.
yeah, yeah,
And register, so we did that piece, and then we did real estate as an industry.
yeah.
Welcome. Do we have a roll call?
Member Seals,
President?
Member Osborne,
Present.
Member Rogel Miller, Member Massey,
President.
Member Haley, Member Clemente,
Here.
Vice Chair Hayden.
Present.
You have a quorum present.
Thank you. Want to make a motion to approve this agenda?
So move.
Or,
All in favor?
Aye.
aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Agenda is approved. I make a motion to approve our March 30th, 2026 meeting minutes. Do we have a quorum for that meeting? The March 30th meeting. We did. So I want to make a motion to approve those minutes.
So moved.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Thank you. There's no report from this chair. Is it any unfinished business that we didn't go over? Good. No unfinished business. Any new business?
Item 1 under new business, review of the Detroit Institute of Arts service agreement budget.
Julie?
Thank you and good afternoon. I wanted to take this time to sort of go over, our 3 regular meetings and the content for those meetings. This meeting here today is an additional one, so the DIA doesn't have reports to present today. But as far as addressing this item on the agenda, the DIA provides a program plan every year in November or December meeting where we outline our service agreement activity and our anticipated investment in programs. So this group would have received that in, I believe the meeting in 26 or 25 was in December. We had our year-end meeting, which I believe that was the March meeting, where we went over the results from our work in calendar year 2025. So this group would have seen the service agreement agreed upon procedures report or review by Plant Moran, and you would have received the year-end report for all of our activity. Our next regularly scheduled meeting, I believe, is September 1st. I think that was the date this group picked. And at that time, you'll see a half-year meeting. And we'll summarize our work for the first half of this year, so January through June. And then you will see sort of material investments, so sort of like an estimate of actual spending. And then we'll make that forecast for year end. So that's the outline of our regular reporting, and that's the outline of our regular meetings. So I'm happy to answer any questions about kind of the reporting and the cadence of the reporting. This is all outlined in the service agreement.
Is there any initial comments from our board?
Just for good bookkeeping and things like that, is it possible for you to send us the end of year budget, all of us, just one more time? I think you guys we've done that, but people were absent.
So I can resend the program plan that was presented in December. And then at the last meeting, we reviewed the agreed upon procedure, the Plant Moran review of our 2025 activity. So I can resend both of those reports, which I think will be helpful because it will put the half year in context.
Sure. And just because that was presented to us without the auditors or the people who, Plant Moran being present, if we have any questions, we could just get back to you, but there was a small concern about them not doing their own presentation at the last meeting and prior to that too.
So Plant Moran, if this group wants Plant Moran to come to the year-end meeting to like answer any specific questions about the review, that certainly is possible. I think your administrative person would reach out to them and ask them to join that meeting.
This was for your report, right? The report you had
So
discussing?
I want to make sure we're talking about the same thing. So last time we were here, I brought the Plant Moran report. And we talked about it. You had some questions on some of the samples, which I'd be happy to talk about those today if you wanted to. I did look into some of those bus subsidies that you were asking, like how many buses it was. So I did go back and kind of fill that in a little bit more if we wanted to talk about any of those specifically. And then I did talk to our team about making sure that when Plant Moran publishes that final report, that there's enough detail in all of those GL samples so that you don't have to ask those questions of yourself, just to add a little bit more clarity there.
So basically, that's what I was saying, because they were not present to present their own report. There were questions asked, and I guess we were waiting for the answers, and you said you had them with you, so
yes.
I don't know if that should have been presented in unfinished business or where that should have been presented, but if you could go ahead and let us know about what was going on with the buses and the concern, just for people
Yeah.
who weren't here and don't remember, there was a concern about the variance in the pricing. Why sometimes they would charge, well, my question was how many people were on the bus, how many buses were there, how many, like, what was the difference in the pricing? Because it was so major that it couldn't be ignored.
So, and I'm happy to address that under this agenda item if it's okay with the group. I think it fits under this agenda item, so I'm happy to talk about that.
Okay.
So just for context, the Plant Moran review, what they do in that review is they look at, we send them everything that we're allocating to the service agreement. So all the costs we're allocating for schools, seniors, and community partnership programs. Then Plant Moran picks a sample, I think, of 25 transactions under each category. So I think I have the numbers right. They're reviewing 75 samples. So then they come into the museum and they sit with our accounting team and they ask for backup on each of those samples. And they're checking them to make sure, A, that the transaction relates to either school, senior, or CP. And then B, they're looking to make sure that it relates to the programming under that service agreement category. And they're looking to make sure it relates to Wayne County. So that is what their report is. They're sampling what we have allocated and they're testing it to make sure that it's to the benefit of Wayne County and this in alignment with the service agreement. So the report that I brought showed no exceptions, which means each sample tested and each sample met the criteria. So, and like I said, they'd be happy to come to this meeting, but I wanted to give just sort of a little overview of exactly what that review is. So that's what the review is. When we were looking at the report together, they list at the back of the report the transactions that they tested. And I know we looked at them together and there were a few questions, just like clarifications. So I'll just give an example and I'm happy to pass this around. I looked at the ones that there were questions on that I wasn't able to answer, at the table, and I've highlighted them. So you'll see here for Wayne County Schools for this sample, It was buses for DPSCD Cultural Passport Program in December. It was $2,335. You can see I added in parentheses 11 buses. So that $2,300 represented 11 buses. So I tried to add, and it was really only 3 that there were questions on. So I went back and pulled the sample to see how many buses. But these weren't identified as exceptions by Plant Moran. So as far as their review was concerned, they felt like those transactions met the criteria.
Julie, this was just a review by Plant Moran, correct? This was not a complete audit. This was just a review.
Yeah, doesn't meet the terms, the technical terms of an audit. So across all 3 counties, this has been the accepted review. That's why it's called agreed upon procedures. And this is the review that we do for each county.
Okay.
And that's back to sort of being in alignment so that each county is treated the same way.
Because I know at our last meeting, my concern was to bring some of this stuff up to speed for myself personally, far as because a lot of the stuff was done prior to me joining this board. And even when we were talking about far as where the money is being allocated, far as what the amount the DIA is receiving from Wayne County and where it's actually going. And I guess for us to understand, I mean, well, for our taxpayers to understand exactly where this money is going and how beneficial it is as far as where it's going. I mean, it can help us understand what we're all paying for.
Yeah. So I'd be happy to talk in a little bit more about that. So what we were just talking about is the service agreement audit. So that is really testing our compliance with the service agreement. That is not the same thing as the millage money that comes to fund the operations of the museum. So the money that is collected through the millage funds about 68% of our operating budget. Our operating budget covers staff, groundskeeping, electricity. So the things that it takes to operate the museum, that is what the 68%, that is the 68% contribution from the millage goes to fund our operations. And that is all, legally called out through the enabling legislation, through the service agreement. That's how the funds are allocated.
Are there any other questions at this time?
Not for me.
No.
Nope. Yeah, do you have any other questions at this time? Jill, is it anything else regarding how you guys receive this money that the DIA have been receiving this money for a substantial amount of time for ways of improvement as far as how this money is being spent. So the money is in great hands as far as how you guys are allocating this money as far as programming, everything else is going with the museum, correct? Like, have we learned anything from last year to previous year that could actually help this current year or the next year as far as how this money is being spent?
I mean, I thank you for the question. I mean, we are, a private nonprofit. We have a board of directors, and you've all been invited to that board of directors meeting tomorrow. Hubert, of course, and Ms. Seals are your appointees to the DIA board of directors. Tomorrow is our budget meeting where we present the budget for the year, but the millage funds our operations, about 68% of that, and that would include programming, the service agreement. This is just an allocation. This is to show that we're doing the work in the service agreement. So it's not the same as our operating budget.
I guess just the parity with both of them is 1 month, one portion is, we're talking about our service agreement now because I know everything else is allocated as far as the millage, as far as what you guys are doing with operations and everything. And I know for myself, of trying to get up to speed as far as what's been going on and everything from this committee, from the county, and from you guys, we're locked in step as far as how improvements or things as far as is being ran from previous years to where they're going to be going in future years. As far as how money is being spent and even how our service agreement is being maintained. That's a yes.
I mean, this body is, levies the millage every year. And I mean, this is all in your articles of incorporation. And we report out on the service agreement activity to this body. This body doesn't have purview over operations of the museum.
Okay, so long.
I think that's sort of the kind of how this is segmented out.
Yes. So we have that commitment from you guys that the money that's being allocated is being allocated as efficiently as possible, as far as everything is being done.
Yes, I mean, we are a fiscally responsible nonprofit. We run on a budget that is, I would say, very conservative.
Thank you. There's nothing else, we can move on.
Item 2, discussion of the Detroit Institute of Arts Contemporary Anishinaabe Art Exhibition.
Now, we all received, the email was forwarded over from a alleged tax-paying Wayne County resident regarding this exhibit. Julie, you want to update us of where we are with it?
Yes, I'd be happy to. And thank you for forwarding that email to me. I wanted to make sure I understood this agenda item. So the email, posed a few questions. So I just wanted to address that. We did pour a pad on the front lawn of the museum. We had planned to present a sculpture on our lawn facing woodward in conjunction with our exhibition, Contemporary Anishinaabe Art, a Continuation. That exhibition closed early in April, and the installation of the artwork has been postponed. We are actively collaborating with the artists to bring that work to the museum still for public viewing. We're very pleased to be supporting Native American artists beyond the exhibition, and we'll announce the artwork's availability when it's installed. So, I mean, there was a picture provided of the pad. It's on the north lawn. It's kind of close to Woodward. There's some lighting on it, and we are excited to bring that piece of artwork to the lawn when it is ready. The other point of clarification, I think, since we're talking a little bit about operations, exhibitions and acquisition of artwork is funded through restricted funds. We do not pay for that out of our operating budget.
Through the chair, I was just going to ask that question. We, as this board, that is not our concern technically. I do appreciate you answering the question and addressing the issue. I think that citizens sometimes get it confused about what we're doing, what we're a body to do, and what we're allowed to, really dive into. So thank you for addressing that during this public meeting. Thank you.
Thank you.
So on that point, I think it's very good to correspond back to Dr. Bogart. Who will be the person that should do that? Will that come from the DIA or?
So I don't have contact information. I'm happy to draft a response to that, just making sure that, that I reiterate what I said here and sort of address those concerns. I don't have the contact information. I'm not sure if that should come through this body or if it should come directly from the DIA, but happy to follow up on that.
I think we only have an email address. So yes, I think that it would be a good idea. It's always good to respond back about maybe explaining what the Art Authority does and what you just said here. So we do have that. I'm not sure exactly how we have a secretary, don't we, or a correspondent person, or do we not? It's before my time. I don't
So
remember.
maybe I should contact legal to see how that should be addressed, because I don't want to say that is not in, our purview of work. I don't want to just say that to the resident,
Right.
but at the same time, I don't want to address how the things about this exhibit, and we really don't know when it's going to happen. It's just like a public comment. When people make public comments, we do not respond. But in this particular situation, maybe we can reference him to you, Julie, or whatever department you want us to address, however whoever you want us to give it to. But it's just like more like a public comment, but he formed it in a question form, that kind of thing. So I'll contact legal to see how we
I
need to
think
address it.
is our legal on? Is Felicia on?
Legal is on.
Okay. So Felicia, did you hear what's going on? It's Kara.
Through the chair to this body, unfortunately, I was multitasking. Um, so I did not catch the entire conversation.
So we received an email asking about something that was going on at the DAA. And it is, should we just consider it as public comment, or do we need to answer back to say that, because it's addressing the Art Authority about holding people accountable?
So through the chair, it's within the discretion of this body with regards to how you all want to interact with the public. If you deem it appropriate, a response could be drafted for the chair's review before it is issued. If you deem it not, then I mean, again, that's the decision of the body with regards to how you want to interact with the public. I mean, if it's some information that the body's not aware of, we could respond and then just advise them to contact the DIA. I mean, I think it just depends on how you want to proceed.
Okay, very good.
Especially since, Julie, you guys are aware of it. So the DIA can put something out. I mean, and this not just for this, but if it's anything else, so we can get in front of things before it, someone sends. I know this is a pretty unique situation. So if something else is happening, we can address it the same way. So we can have some form of a protocol. So if you guys can draft something and send it back to us, and we can give a thumbs up, and you guys can post that statement out. Okay.
And on record. Yes, I'd be happy to do that.
Thank you.
And through the chair, just one more comment. The comment or the letter, that was just one of many. For those of us who have been on this board for a long time, we know there have been days where there were 45 comments and there are days when there are none. So we want to stick to protocol, but because the body is new and we just want to make sure that the standard stays the same about the comment, but also give the DIA the opportunity to address if they so choose to. But we definitely want to address, the letter, at least by saying this is not within what we do,
Do we need maybe at another meeting have a conversation as far as our rules of engagement, as far as with comments like that? Because once again, what has been, I mean, has it been silence of this body of answering public comments of that nature?
Public comments are just that they are making a comment we do not address. They are just comments. That is the rule. That's just how it goes.
But
We
since
can-
it's on our agenda,
Right.
and not under public comment. That's why I'm kind of,
Well, that's what I said. That's why I
Yeah.
said in this particular case,
mhm.
that is why we're going to address it. But I also said that it's normally addressed like it's a public comment where we don't address it. Okay?
Yeah, so maybe there should have been under public. Yeah, I totally agree with you.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
that's fine. And far as for this situation, since it is, so going forward, we're gonna leave public comments, no matter if they come in via email or virtual during our meetings as public comments. Okay, that's fine with the body? Well, anything else regarding this exhibit? Yes, ma'am. Okay, move on.
Item 3, approval of the engagement letter from Allen C. Young and Associates for the December 31st, 2025 year-end audit.
Ladies and gentlemen, any questions before we move this regarding this engagement letter? Anyone have any questions? Someone want to make a motion to approve it?
Make a motion that we approve the engagement letter from Allen C. Young for the December 31st, 2025 year-end audit.
You have a second?
I'll second.
All right. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries for the approval of the engagement letter for Allen C. Young and Associates for the December 31st, 2025 year-end audit. Good. Next item.
G, such other matters as may be properly submitted before the authority.
Is there anything else, ladies and gentlemen, that we need to discuss at this meeting? Next.
H, public comments.
Apologies. Um, the Art Authority had asked the legal firm to provide some clarity on the small business taxpayer matter, the exemption. And we do have some information that we do need votes on so that we can proceed. Is that okay to bring up now, or do you want that on the next meeting?
Let's put it on the next meeting.
Yes, sir.
Public comments. Do we have any virtually?
There's no one on Zoom indicating that they would like to speak.
Anyone here? Oh, okay. Okay. That's it. Nothing else to this body. Someone want to make a motion?
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Abstention?
September 1st, next meeting.
12 p.m.
We get some more.
This is Pamela Fordham, the clerk of the commission. I think I heard someone just indicate that the next meeting would be in September. You're actually going to need a meeting in June because you have to approve the audit, which is due to the state by June 30th. So if you don't have a meeting scheduled for June, you're going to need to schedule one to approve the audit.
So calendars, ladies and gentlemen. Are we going back to our cadence for Wednesday meetings, or are we going to shift to this Tuesday for this special meeting?
Cannot.
So we cannot do the 10th and cannot do the 10th or the 24th because we have commission meetings on Wednesday. So it would have to be the 3rd or the 17th.
Can't do
If
the 17th.
and I feel like
Do the
I have
3rd.
stuff in there.
How's the 3rd for everybody?
I can do the 3rd.
3rd? 3rd?
What time?
How's 12 o'clock?
12?
12?
I can do 12.
12? We have a strong consensus for June the 3rd at 12.
That'll work.
Next meeting, June the 3rd at 12 p.m.
I will speak with the auditors to make sure that they're going to be able to have it completed by that date. And if they are not, I will let you know.
Yes, we need a contingency meeting now. Contingency dates lining up from the 3rd, 10th, 17th, and 24th.
Yeah. I could do the 24th.
We have meetings that day. Sorry.
But you said the county has meetings. right?
County has meetings on the 24th and the 10th of June.
So that's the 17th. Or if you guys want to move it to a Tuesday for the contingency meeting.
I could do Tuesday the 23rd.
We also have meetings on that day.
What are you trying to do?
I'm sorry, we have to work. Our meetings go until, yeah,
I could do Tuesday the 16th. If they have it ready, they have the audit ready.
And it's just a contingency meeting because the one we do have scheduled currently is June the 3rd at 12. Ladies and gentlemen, what? Okay.
Contingency is what day?
We say the 9th or the 16th?
it can't be the 9th. We have meetings that day.
I could do the 16th.
16th?
16th.
And what time on the 16th?
12?
12.
12? Okay, so pending the completion of the audit that we're scheduled for June the 3rd at 12. If it's not ready within that time frame, we are scheduled for the 16th at 12, correct?
Mhm.
Okay. Now, do we want to make a motion to adjourn this meeting?
Motion to adjourn.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?